Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. Have you ever caught yourself smiling without realizing it, simply because of a tiny, almost insignificant gesture? Not a dramatic hug, not a love confession spoken out loud. Just a simple moment that somehow goes straight to the heart. In this episode of Are You Sure?, we're invited into a small slice of Jimin and Jungkook's time together. At first glance, it may seem trivial, but that's exactly where the most honest kind of romance often hides. In brief searches, second glances meant to make sure, and small habits that only form when someone's presence has quietly become home. This episode feels especially exciting and romantic, as if there's never an end to talking about it. There's one small moment that, somehow, makes anyone who watches smile without realizing it. On the surface, it looks funny and simple, but beneath it lies a warmth that slowly stirs the heart. At first glance, the clip appears ordinary. Without context, someone might assume Jimin is searching for something small. A phone lost between pillows, clothes fallen at the corner of the bed, or a forgotten item. But the truth is far sweeter. What he's actually searching for isn't an object at all, but Jungkook, a living, breathing person standing 178 centimeters tall, who somehow manages to disappear from his sight. There's something irresistibly endearing about the way Jimin moves his hands, gently parting the fabric with a serious yet soft expression. As if the world has suddenly narrowed to a single purpose, making sure Jungkook is there. And then comes the most amusing, yet quietly romantic, part. Jimin checks a second time. Still empty. In that small gesture, an unspoken question slips through. Where did you go? Why aren't you here? It's a spontaneous, honest reflex, so intimate that anyone watching can't help but smile softly, followed by a quiet sigh they can't quite explain. That's where the beauty of this moment truly lies. There's no grand confession, no sweet words spoken aloud. Just a simple habit born from closeness that feels too natural to ever be staged. Each other's presence has already become a necessity, something that, even when absent for a moment, immediately feels missing and must be searched for. This moment gently reminds us that romance doesn't always come wrapped in dramatic gestures or promise-filled gazes. Sometimes, it hides in the smallest details we barely notice, in hands that search instinctively, in eyes that want to make sure, and in the habit of checking twice. Because the heart, without realizing it, isn't ready to feel alone, even for a second. Nothing about it feels forced. There's no hidden script. What we see is simply Jikook, two people completely at ease being themselves together. Their sincerity flows naturally, like breathing without effort. The way they laugh, look at each other, and share space feels warm, light, yet deeply meaningful. Their happiness isn't loud, but it's real. That bond lives not only through touch or physical closeness, but also in the small things often overlooked. A voice that softens unconsciously, playful teasing that always ends in laughter, and smiles that come easier when they're together. There's a sense of safety there, a feeling of being fully accepted without conditions. One of the most endearing things about Jikook is how their affection flows through simple words. No grand sentences, no dramatic confessions, just small nicknames and casual calls that may seem insignificant to others, yet carry an entire world of warmth, intimacy, and playfulness. These are the kinds of words that can only come from genuine closeness. Watching Jikook together always leaves a feeling that's hard to describe, like witnessing two people who have quietly found home in each other. Not perfect, not excessive, just warm, sincere, and alive. Perhaps that's what makes them so special. Their affection doesn't try to look big, because in its simplicity, it already feels incredibly deep. At a promotional event, Jimin opened the session with a bright smile and warm energy that could be felt from the very first second. He greeted everyone kindly and shared how happy he was to reconnect with Disney Plus subscribers through the second season of Are You Sure? His words didn't sound formal or distant, just enthusiastic and sincere, as if he truly cherished the chance to share a personal part of his journey again. He explained that this new season once again follows a journey with Jungkook, the same companionship, but with a completely different story. For Jimin, The show isn't about destinations, but about experiences, emotions, and feelings that grow along the way. Jungkook then introduced himself in a calm, relaxed tone, announcing that "Are you sure?" Season 2 would premiere on Disney Plus on December 3rd. His words were simple and honest, as if he wanted viewers to feel the meaning behind the journey rather than just hear an announcement. The Q&A session unfolded like a light-hearted conversation filled with laughter. Jimin joked that viewers could enjoy Jungkook's body, which Jungkook casually responded to by saying that Jimin's body was just as appealing. Their playful banter and spontaneous reactions revealed a chemistry that never felt forced, only familiar. When discussing changes in habits, Jungkook admitted that the trip made him sleepier and wake up earlier. Jimin immediately chimed in, calling him Cinderella, creating a moment that felt warm and natural. As for destination recommendations, Jungkook chose Zermatt and the Matterhorn, while Jimin recommended Hoi An, especially the sunset he had long wanted to see. Toward the end, both of them thanked viewers for their support and once again invited everyone to watch Are You Sure? They said goodbye with warm smiles, leaving behind an impression of closeness that felt genuine and real. Beyond that event, Jimin also shone brightly in the beauty world. Seoul Economic TV reported his appointment as Later's global ambassador, highlighting his elegant aura and growing global influence. Jimin has conquered the beauty world. Every fan has now become part of an artistic universe. The statement felt fitting. Jimin isn't merely a brand ambassador, he's an inspiration who transforms campaigns into living works of art. Meanwhile, Jungkook made his prestigious debut with Elle Korea and Chanel Beauty. From the very first second, the released video captivated, handsome, elegant, and charismatic without excess. Chanel even chose a special location at the Ritz in Paris, a historic space once lived in by Madame Chanel herself, rarely opened and now entrusted to Jungkook. As Jimin shines with Later and Jungkook radiates with Chanel Beauty, that invisible red thread between them feels even more real. Two names, two different stages. Yet the light they carry holds the same intensity. They don't overshadow each other, they complement one another. And perhaps that's what makes them truly special. Not because they always stand in the same place, but because their hearts seem to remain side by side. In silence. In distance. Even while walking different paths. After witnessing all these moments, from soft laughter and playful jokes to their individual brilliance on separate stages, one truth becomes clearer than ever: Jimin and Jungkook don't need to stand together to keep walking side by side. Their bond continues to live on, warm, sincere, and constant. Their light may shine from different directions, but its rhythm is always in sync. Thank you for joining us on Jikook Moments.